Second session of Unit 3, we are going to discuss about Introduction to Staffing Systems, meaning, definition, and the steps involved in the process of staffing. To begin with, let's understand how important is staffing. Staffing is very essential for an organization because it involves selecting the right candidate among the pool of applicants and placing that candidate for the most suitable job or a position in the organization. So, hence, the definition of staffing is it involves selecting and placing the right individuals in suitable organizational roles in order to maximize the overall productivity and efficiency of an organization. In a nutshell, nature of staffing, it is a continuous managerial function which is crucial or most important for maintaining the overall effectiveness of an organization for its unstoppable growth. Effective staffing ensures the organizational roles or vacancies or positions are filled by the most talented, competent individuals who will be contributing for the overall performance of the organization. Importance of staffing. How important is this basic function of staffing? Staffing is something very essential where the team spends a lot of time in understanding that we have to focus on filling the positions with the most eligible and talented and suitable candidate. Hence, staffing is a key managerial function which is focusing on filling the positions and maintaining them for a longer period of time. Human resource identification. It involves identifying the human resource needs of the organization at various levels and ensuring a proper recruitment which parallelly takes place without compromising on the quality of recruitment. Effective staffing maintains overall productivity of an organization and improves the employee morale and employee satisfaction. Let's understand the nature of staffing in detail. Here, it is a continuous process, an ongoing process that continuously attracts and manages talents over time. Effective staffing involves recruiting and selecting the best for the various positions. Staffing centers on managing human resource within the organizational framework effectively. The overall efficiency of the organization purely depends on its human resource. So, if their staffing is taken care, automatically they will contribute towards the goals of the organization. Achieving them on time is more essential, which is possible only through human resource. Let's move on to understand the 10 steps involved in the process of staffing. Basically, the 10 steps begins with manpower planning. Second is job analysis. Third is recruitment and selection, followed by placement. At fifth, we have induction and orientation. Sixth step in the process of staffing is training and development, followed by performance appraisal, compensation, and last we have is promotion, transfer, and separation. Let's discuss each in detail because it is very essential from the examination point of view as well as to answer this one basic question which is descriptive in nature about process of staffing. To begin with, manpower planning. Manpower planning is the process of ensuring an organization has the right number of qualified candidates or employees in the right jobs at the right time in order to meet the organizational objectives. It is always referred as a forward looking function, which involves forecasting future human resource requirements. The next step is job analysis. It is a systematic and scientific process of identifying and determining the roles, responsibilities, requirements, and nature of a job in detail. This process is used to create a valid job description. The next important function or the step in the process is recruitment and selection. Recruitment is a positive approach. It is the process of attracting qualified candidates for the job role. Selection is the process of identifying and choosing the best candidate from the pool of applicants to fill the job. It involves narrowing down the applicants to the strongest candidate. So hence in selection process you're going to do in filtering of candidates so that you place the right candidate. The next is placement. It is the process of assigning a specific job to a selected candidate and aligning their qualifications and skills with the job requirements. It's about matching a person's abilities, talents with the job demands to ensure a good fit for both the employee and the organization. The goal is to maximize the compatibility between employee strengths and the job requirements. The next important step is induction and orientation. Induction is the initial process of welcoming and introducing a new employee to the organization. It is a short term process that takes place on the employee's day one and provides basic information to help them to adjust quickly in the new work environment. Orientation is a broader process of integrating a new employee into the organization. It provides a practical overview of the company rules, culture, and introduction of the new employee to his co-workers to make them feel comfortable and to reduce the overall anxiety. The next is relating to the training and development. This refers to a system of educating employees to improve their performance and help them acquire the new skill set and professional knowledge. It involves various tools and activities which are designed to advance a worker's knowledge and instant greater motivation. Performance appraisal. It is a regular review or a periodical review of an employee's job performance and their overall contribution to a company. It's a process used by organizations to collect information about how well employees are doing or performing their jobs. The next step is compensation. Compensation includes the total monetary and non monetary rewards given to employees in recognition and exchange for their work. This include salary, bonus, commission, benefits and incentives designed to attract, retain and motivate employees. Let's move on to understand the other three important steps in selection process. Promotion. Promotion is the vertical upward movement of an employee to a higher job with increased salary, status or designation and responsibilities. Transfer, it is a lateral movement of an employee to a different job at the same level without change in responsibilities or pay structure. Transfers are often used to address a change in labor requirements or to better utilize an employee's skills and talents. The last step in the process of staffing is separation. Separation is when an employee's employment with the organization ends. This can be voluntary, such as resignation or retirement, or involuntary, such as layoff or dismissal. Hence, we have come to the end of this session. In second session, we have discussed the introduction to staffing system, meaning, definition, nature, importance, and the process of staffing.